dual cameras are definitely the thing to have on your smartphone. But it's not just about those crazy blurred black backgrounds. It's also about zooming into things. And that's what this, the Zenfone 3 Zoom, does. Two camera lenses here, both 12 megapixels. And one of them deals with an optical zoom. If you know anything about photography, optical zoom gives you a zoomed in image but doesn't sacrifice quality. When you use a digital zoom, like most smartphones, it squeezes out all the pixels and you lose quality and they get all nasty and pixelated. We've seen it on the new iPhone 7 Plus, we've seen it on the Huawei Mate 9, but Asus will tell you ours is better, and that's because it zooms in further. If we have a look at the camera app here and zoom in on some of these happy people at the press events, you've got a very iPhone-like Zen interface here where you've got a 1.0 zoom. Tap it and we zoom in to 2.3 times the original image. An iPhone does 2 times, so this is clearly much better. But joking aside, it's actually very good because you do get considerably better image, much closer up with no loss of quality. Now that's quite cool. The rest of the UI isn't quite so great. We're used to a nice UI on, for example, the Mate 9. This is a little bit, it's fine, but it's not as intuitive as sliding it in, picking from a nice selection of icons. So the Zenfone 3 Zoom is actually not a super high spec phone. This is a 5.5 inch 1080p screen, and inside is a Snapdragon 625 processor. That's not an 821 or anything super special, but it should give you good gaming and certainly enough for a nice smooth UI. And there's 4 gigabytes of RAM in here, so not skimped on that. It's Android 6.0, so not Android 7.0 on here. Again, a little bit of a shame, but not the end of the world. Asus is going to release this in February, but hasn't told us how much it's going to cost. We're going to have to wait and see what that is. We're also going to have to wait and see where you're going to buy this from. Asus doesn't always have the best relationship with carriers in the US. This might end up being an unlocked phone you'll buy from Asus or Amazon or some third-party company. But on the face of it, this camera is looking pretty good. We're definitely keen to give it a further try. One last reason why you might want to give this phone a shot is the battery. This is a thin phone, right? They've squeezed a 5,000 milliamp hour battery into this. That's huge. 2,000 milliamp hour more than, say, the Mate 9 or various Samsung Galaxy phones. It's massive and should return a considerable amount of standby time. We're talking many days, not many hours. Let's hope it doesn't explode. So that's a quick look at the Asus Zenfone 3 Zoom with its dual camera on the rear and a 5,000 milliamp hour battery inside. You can read more about this superphone on Digital Trends right now.